New at noon, the rights of property owners versus those who say they're the victims of systemic oppression. Once again, our community is the focus of a heated standoff making national headlines. It involves a blockade that's underway right now in North Portland. Today, we're hearing from Portland Police Chief Chuck Lovell, who says demonstrators are clearly breaking the law, while those demonstrators claim they're trying to prevent an eviction, which has since been called into question. Here is a closer look at where this is set up. The blocked area stretches from Skidmore to Blandena Street. You can see it right there on your map. Police and deputies have already tried to move this group, but so far demonstrators have refused to leave. Fox 12's Amber Wilmarth has been covering this for us all day and brings us the latest.
It's been quiet today so far, but violence has broken out here in the past 24 hours. We're on North Albina Avenue. The blockade is at the end of this street. You can see the signs from here. Right now, Portland Police Chief Chuck Lovell says he's working to find a peaceful solution. In a tweet shared this morning, Chief Lovell said, quote, "We are greatly concerned about the fortification of barricades, stockpiling of weapons, armed sentries, attacks on journalists, and threats to kill officers and graffiti in this public space." He goes on to say, "Our goal for this is to resolve peacefully to increase safety for all involved. I encourage those involved to reach out to our demonstration liaisons so we can discuss a peaceful outcome." The Red House is at the center of this blockade and this situation. We spoke to the family living there, and they say the encampment began in support of them after they were evicted back in September. The Kinney family tells us they've been fighting against the foreclosure for more than 2 years and have filed lawsuits about it. This all escalated yesterday morning. That's when Portland police and Multnomah County deputies moved in and made several arrests while trying to break up the encampment. They say the operation did turn violent, telling us crowds of people threw rocks and paintful balloons at officers, damaged police vehicles, and blocked the road. Shortly after that, the group returned and camped here overnight. Last night, Mayor Ted Wheeler tweeted that police will use all lawful means to end what he's calling an illegal occupation here. But the family says this group won't leave unless they get the home back. The family tells us they'd like a peaceful resolution to this as well. Right now, it's a bit of a waiting game just to see what happens next. Reporting in North Portland, Amber Wilmarth, Fox 12, Oregon.
Let's give you an aerial perspective right now, if we can, as we move from Amber's report now to live images from Air 12. So take a look at your screen. This gives you the perspective of what's happening. You heard the mayor say there will be no autonomous zone in Portland, and this is what he's talking about. You may recall what happened in Seattle over the summer, where that was allowed to happen for quite some time. The mayor taking a strong stance here, saying these people are there illegally, saying that people clearly own the properties that are being occupied right now by this group, saying that the group is carrying open weapons, and that there have been more than 80 complaints, dozens of criminal violations reported just within this area. The group, meanwhile, who's there, as you heard Amber report, claiming they're the victims of systemic racism, and they are being kicked out of this home unfairly. We'll stay on top of the situation, both literally here with Air 12 and with our team coverage on the ground.